Are you tired of those small, incremental productivity gains? Well, today, we're diving into a playbook that's designed to go way beyond a simple 2x boost. We're aiming for a massive 10x increase in your AI coding output. We're going to talk about something called parallel agentic development, which is really just a fancy way of saying we're building a team of AI agents that can all work on your code at the same time, without tripping over each other. So let's break down how to actually pull this off.
Now, why 10x? You might be thinking, that sounds a little crazy. Why not just aim for 2x? Well, here's the thing. Aiming for a goal as big as 10x forces you to completely rethink your approach. It's not about working harder or typing faster. No way. It's about fundamentally changing your entire workflow from the ground up.
And this slide, this really nails that shift in thinking. The 2x approach is where most of us are right now, right? It's you, the developer, having a single conversation with an AI assistant. It's definitely helpful, but it has a limit, a hard ceiling. 10x thinking, on the other hand, means we have to stop being just users of an AI and start becoming architects of a scalable system, a system where a whole team of AI agents can work in parallel reliably.
So what's the first thing you're probably going to try? You'll think, oh, this is easy. I'll just open up 5 different chat windows with my coding agent, give each one a different task, and just let them run. I mean, it seems so logical, right? Almost too easy.
Yeah, but that initial rush of, wow, this is working, it very quickly turns into absolute chaos. See, without a real system to coordinate everything, those agents are just going to start overwriting each other's work. They'll be stepping on each other's toes constantly, and you'll end up spending more time cleaning up their mess than you saved in the first place. What you really need is structure.
And that, right there, brings us to the solution, a 5-pillar system. This is the core framework that turns parallel agentic development from just a cool idea into a reliable, scalable reality that actually works.
Okay, these are the 5 pillars that are going to transform that chaos into a well-oiled, high-output machine. We're going to cover how to scope the work for each agent, how to keep their work separate, how to check their work without any bias, and, this is the really cool part, how to make the whole system get smarter over time, all by itself. All right, let's dive into the first 3 pillars. Think of these as the foundation for setting up a clean, effective parallel workflow. This is all about getting the initial setup just right.
Pillar number 1 is super simple, but absolutely critical. The issue is the spec. Every single task has to start as a well-defined ticket, from a platform like GitHub, Jira, or Linear. This creates these perfect, bite-sized individual tasks for each of our agents. It's kind of like you're the project manager, breaking down a huge feature into smaller tickets. And then you hand one ticket to each of your AI developers to work on simultaneously.
Okay, so how do we avoid that chaos we were just talking about? Well, the secret sauce here is a Git feature called work trees. Basically, what Git work trees does is give each and every agent its own separate duplicate copy of the entire codebase. This means they can plan, build, and test their changes without ever running into another agent's work. It's literally like giving each of your AI developers their own private office to work in. And some newer agents, like Claude Code, are even starting to support this natively.
Okay, so now we've got our agents working in parallel and they're not bumping into each other. Awesome. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The next 2 pillars are all about making the validation process way smarter and more reliable. Because let's be honest, if your agents can't reliably check their own work, then you become the bottleneck, and this whole 10x dream kind of falls apart.
And this quote just perfectly captures the central problem with AI code validation. See, an AI develops a really strong bias inside of a single conversation. It has all this context for why it made certain choices, so if you just ask it, hey, is this code you just wrote any good? It's pretty much always going to say, yep, it's great.
So the solution is pillar number 4. The reviewer agent should never see the writer agent's chat history. You have to start a completely fresh, new conversation just for validation. You give a new agent nothing but the code and the original ticket. And here's a pro tip. You can even use a different AI model for what you could call an adversarial review. So for example, have an agent using a different model, like Meta's Code Llama, come in with a totally fresh perspective to really put the code through its paces.
And that brings us to pillar 5, which honestly might be the most powerful concept in this entire playbook, the self-healing layer. Here's how it works. When a bug is eventually found, the agent doesn't just fix the code. It goes a step further and asks, okay, what weakness in my system, in my prompts, my rules, my validation steps, allowed this bug to get through in the first place?
And then it fixes the system itself. This is how your army of agents gets smarter and more self-sufficient over time.
So, you've mastered the 5 pillars. You've got a workflow that's really starting to cook. But as you start to scale this up and have your agents do real end-to-end tasks, you're going to run into some of those tricky, real-world engineering problems. So let's just tackle them head on.
Yep. These are the little gremlins that always show up when you move from theory to practice. You'll have multiple agents all trying to spin up your app locally, and they'll all try to grab the same port, or they'll start making conflicting changes to your development database. All of a sudden, your token costs are through the roof, and you're staring at a mountain of pull requests to review. These are very real problems.
But for every one of these problems, there's a systematic solution. For those port conflicts, a simple script can automatically assign a unique port to each agent's workspace. For database conflicts, you can use a really cool technique called database branching. Services like Neon are actually built for this, to give each agent its own isolated copy of the database. And to get those token costs under control, you use smart model switching. That means using cheaper, faster models like Anthropic's Haiku for the simple stuff, and saving the big, powerful models for the real heavy lifting.
So there you have it. That is the system in a nutshell. Now, let's pull all of this together into one final actionable playbook that you can start putting into practice today.
Okay, here are the key things to remember. First, you have to make that mental shift from just having a one-on-one chat with an AI assistant to becoming the architect of a one-to-many system of agents. Second, structure everything around tickets as your input and pull requests as your output. Third, use Git work trees to give every agent its own little sandbox to play in. Fourth, always validate work in a fresh context window. And finally, maybe the most important rule of all, when you find a bug, don't just fix the code, evolve your system so that same bug can't happen again.
And all of this leaves us with a pretty big final thought to chew on. As these agentic systems get more and more powerful and autonomous, does the very role of a software developer fundamentally change? Does our job shift away from writing lines of code to instead being the manager of an AI engineering team? It's definitely something to think about as you start building your own 10x system.